welcome to the 2022 BC Junior Disc Golf Championship. This is going to be mostly following Kieran. I apologize for the blurriness of this. It's a new camera. I'm getting used to it. But not everything's going to be like this. Most of it's going to be pretty much in focus. Some difficulties following the disc here and there, but that's about it. This is hole number 1, about 530 feet, right to the top of the hill, about halfway there. So the announcer's a little bit hard to hear, and there's a lot of wind noise. I wasn't expecting this. So Carver here is, he's actually in the MJ15 and under, but he had the third highest score, which is why he's on this card with the 18 and under people. And he is throwing right at me. Okay. Now, at the end of the first round, Kieran was down by 3 strokes. He was in second place. After the second round, Kieran managed to make up 2 strokes. He's still in second, but he's only behind by 1 stroke right now. This is the third round on the Sunday morning. Again, this is a 530-foot hole. The tee pad and the basket are about the same level. You have to go up and over this hill that I'm standing on top of. And sorry, I missed it here. I can follow. But his shot ended up right underneath that orange container right there, about 60 feet from the hole. That's 530 feet altogether to the baskets. That's pretty impressive. You can't go straight because there's a whole bunch of trees in the way. I did turn the volume down a little bit on them because the wind noise was quite obnoxious. Three of the players on that card, Kieran, Matt, and Carver, are also going to be in Junior Worlds in a couple weeks after this. And there's 2 other people in this tournament as well going to Junior Worlds. Okay, someone's teed off on round 1, and we'll finish this off in a moment. So here's Kieran putting for eagle. And always has to tap in for a birdie. I do not have that particular video. Hole 2 is another par 4. It's got a major dog leg and some woods there if you don't hit the fairway. Kieran hits the gap, but it's a little bit in the woods, but it's not too bad. Didn't shake it. Here is Kieran's upshot. I should say after the first Kieran birdie, but Matt par, so now it's even. Kieran has just birdied again. Matt bogeyed, so Kieran is now up by 2 points. Hole 3 is just a par 3. It's up on top of a hill up there. This hole has been extra difficult by being a very blurry hole. It's good, so like it can be almost all the way to the top of the hill. Almost makes it. This is going to be a par. Matt will get a par as well, and Kieran is still up ahead by 2. Okay, our hole 4 is another kind of a short par 3, but it is up a big hill. Kieran's so fast that I actually kind of lose track of where it is. It's hard to track discs through a camera. This actually isn't too bad because there's a lot of trees between the basket and the tee, so Kieran managed to basically clear them all. So this is his second shot. And a nasty little chain out there. This is also Matt's third shot right here. So Kieran is still up by 1 after this. Okay, hole 5 is a long par 5. Again, I missed it. I was kind of watching out, making sure the place was clear. But by the time I gave the all clear, some person had actually thrown the disc, and Kieran had thrown before I got into position to film it. So that's actually a really good shot. That was his second. His third one, there's the basket. So I did not get the last 2 shots there. Kieran parred it, but Matt birdied it, so now Kieran is only ahead by 1. This is hole 6. This is straight up the hill, basket's on the right. There is OB, so Kieran's a little afraid that he might have gone out of bounds on that shot, but he didn't. This is actually a par 4 for some reason. So he gets it in 3, and so does Matt. So again, Kieran is up by 1. Hole 7 is a 278-foot par 3. Kind of a short one for Kieran and these guys. The only problem is that this bark here is considered a hazard. So he doesn't have to move his disc. He can play from there, but he does get a 1-stroke penalty for landing in that bark. So his second shot is basically drop in, but unfortunately it counts as par. Hole 8 is one of the most beautiful holes I've ever seen. Shooting right out Mount Baker. Score is now even. Alright, Kieran parks this. It's going to be, this is his birdie. So this brings him back to 1 ahead. Hole 9's another short one. Kieran took a couple of practice swings here. So when he actually threw it, I didn't know he actually threw it. Yeah, that was not a practice swing, that was his actual throw. And I wasn't expecting him to go that direction either. But it lands, it's actually not too far. I did not get his up shot on here either. I'm not sure what happened. But anyways, he birdies this one, which puts Kieran up by 2 again. Yay, Kieran. Okay, hole 10 here is a triple Mando. He has to get it through the wooden frame there. This is about 328 feet. Kind of turns it over a bit.
That's scared, but it's not bad.
So you can see the basket there on the rocks there. I did not get the other 2 up shots from here either. Again, I'm not quite sure why, but sorry about that. Anyway, Kieran gets us in 3, but the other guy gets it in 2, so Kieran is only up by 1 point now. Hole 11 is a 449-foot par 4. There's a bunch of out of bounds in the middle and some hazard stuff. Kieran hit that a lot in practice in other rounds. This kind of turns it over a bit and gets up behind a bunch of trees. As you can see, it's going to take quite a while here to try and figure out what to do. Do you go under them? Do you try and go around them? You know, is there a gap in there you can try and throw the discs through? It takes a while to explore all of your options, and what does Kieran end up doing? He just goes up and over. A grenade style shot. Those are kind of nice. It just bounces and doesn't roll. His third shot here on a par 4. It's for birdie. Anyways, Kieran is still up by 1 after hole 11. Hole 12 here is a short tunnel shot through the woods. Another par 3. And Kieran overthrows it a bit. And somehow misses that putt. Anyways, they both get a 3 on this, so Kieran is still up by 1 at the end of hole 12. Hole 13 is a long one, over 600 feet, and in a par 5. Again. It's a big dog leg left as well. So I can see. Kieran came straight to here, and then it has a 90-degree angle to get up to that basket there. Kieran does feel this is eagleable.
Is your bag in the way?
Little caddy advice there. Little forehand flex shot. Pretty nice. Gets pin high, but a little down the hill. I had to tilt the camera to get around Kieran there. This is his third shot. Kieran will need 2 more shots to par this one, while Matt actually birdies this one, putting them at even. Okay, hole 14 here is an island hole. It's not terribly long, but Kieran makes it onto the island. There's a bunch of bricks. You don't make it past those bricks. You have to go to a drop zone. And Kieran almost went off the island, which would have been a disaster. So that is 3. But again, Matt birdies this one, so Kieran is now in second place again by 1 stroke. Okay, hole 15. It's kind of long. It's a par 4. It goes pretty far straight, and then a severe dogleg right, and up a hill, and that hill is hazard. Luckily, Matt Oxel kind of hit something here early as well. So Kieran now hits that gap he wanted to last time. But now he has to get up the hill. Again, hill is a hazard, so you lose a stroke if you land on the hillside. But luckily, he doesn't have to worry about it. He makes it right up there. And taps it in for a par. Matt also gets a par, so nothing's changed. Kieran is still behind by 1 stroke. Okay, hole 16 here. It's kind of a fairly short one, by Kieran standards anyways. It just, at the end it's a par 3, 308 feet. Kieran came close to going out of bounds there. That white stake marks the out of bounds line. He's going to tap it out with 3. Matt will also do the same thing, so again, Kieran is still behind by 1 stroke. Okay, so hole 17 is a long drive. I did not get Kieran's drive. It's a 523-foot par 4. Kieran just bombed this thing, probably 500 feet or right close to it. The problem is, everyone's trying to decide if it's out of bounds or not. Actually, the thickness of the stakes themselves come into being. Ultimately, it was out of bounds. That's what's going on here. They're getting some string out.
Right? Come have a look at it from this side.
Yeah.
No.
Because if you're going to the inside,
it's way easier to see on that side.
If it was to the outside, you could leave it.
A lot of times in cases like this, it's up to the card to decide what it is. In bounds or out of bounds.
Yeah, I know that would need to be touching the line. But if you're...
So Kieran gets to take a meter from the marker, from where it went out of bounds. He's still pretty close to the basket, but he's now putting for 3 instead of putting for 2. And remember, this is a par 4. Now the rest of the card, took 2 shots to get up here. This is also hole 17. Kieran is down by 1. Okay. Well, that's for par, but remember, Matt also has a par. So, hole 18, last hole, 324 feet. Kieran needs to birdie this to force a playoff. Matt's sitting comfortable. 1 stroke difference here. So many trees. He's between that tree and the basket right there. Really good shot. Maybe closer to the tree. Kieran's second shot here. Remember, Kieran needs to birdie this to force a playoff. And he does it. Kieran's a little bit excited. Game's not over yet.
Smile.
It's the moment dreams are made of, right? Okay, so the order of holes will be holes 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then it's going to go 7, 8, 9, and 18. Okay, it's sudden death elimination. You were ahead at the start of the last hole, so I'm going to give you the option to call heads or tails. Heads. It is tails, so you will tee off first, and then the next hole you would tee off and we'll alternate back and forth. Okay. Oh, you want that. All right, good luck, gentlemen.
Okay, recall they're going to start off holes 1 and 2, and Kieran picked up 3 strokes in the morning on these 2.
He's still playing.
I don't know. Are you gonna wait?
I gotta wait a little. If I shank it back.
Okay, So this was shotgun start, so everybody pretty much finishes at the same time, so we're starting to develop a little bit of a gallery that's going to get bigger and bigger. I don't think Kieran's really had an audience this big before.
Oh my.
Wow. Is it still flying? Is it still
Play
in the air?
off.
Yeah, it's at the end of hole 2.
Still in the air right now.
I think he parked it too.
I love the reactions that people gave.
No,
They had
that's quite as far as this one is.
not really seen someone like Kieran throw on this hole before. Even some of the spotters were having to run to catch up Kieran's disc.
Same thing. That's an easy shot right there.
Oh, he's gonna blow.
Oh, wait for it. Come on, wait for it.
Yeah, you gotta look at it.
I just heard somebody yell, right?
That's it.
Look, that's around how far I can. It's mine. Face.
This is where Kieran's drive had landed. Probably 480, 490 feet or so from the tee. Hole 2 again. We're going to get it up and around through that gap. You don't want to get it in the woods. Another par 4.
Money.
Oh,
Pitch rate.
you're a little inside, it's fine. I don't know what that blue means.
This green flag.
Come on,
It's stable.
Come on.
It's stable.
fight.
Oh, I think you're safe. Woo! I got that.
Okay, so Matt did land in the woods. Kieran went wide and landed, kind of hit a tree and landed in this nice open fairway. So he's got a good look. I had to run and get there. He's pretty close. Yeah, I was kind of far taking pictures. I didn't realize what had happened. Matt had to throw in his second shot and it hit another tree and landed in some out of bounds. So he's had 2 throws, a penalty stroke. So this is his 4th throw towards the basket. Remember, Kieran's only thrown 2 and is maybe 25 feet away. So I saw that and went, what the heck is going on? But I really couldn't see what was going on. I didn't realize that Matt had already thrown 4. And so his next shot would have been 5, so Kieran had won. He just tapped this in. And it did not get the last throw either.
I guess I should have gone up first.
And he's a ginger.
Oh my god.
I don't believe it.
Parker, any more comments?
No.
Kieran?
I was very lucky. I think the best part of it is that the BC Junior Champion is from BC. Yeah, just like Illinois.
Down, all the way.
In 8th place, Cedar Lopatecki. In 7th place, Blake Wardell. In 6th place, Parker Hip. In 5th place, Caden Smith. In 4th place, Owen Field. In 3rd place, Uku Feldman. All right, in this division, we had a tie for first place that went to extra playoff holes. And in 2nd place, Matt Onona. And in 1st place of the MJ18 division, Kieran Hampson. Okay, can I get Wesley Darling to come up here, please? These are the 3 that I know of. If there's anybody else that is playing in the World Championships coming up. Oh, I know one.
Right here.
All right. Coming up in, is it a month's time?
2 weeks.
In 2 weeks' time, these fine competitors are heading down to Peoria, Illinois, to take part in the World Disc Golf Championships. Let's give them a round of applause. If I can get Zion to come up, please. All right, part of this year's tournament, we had a donation come in by Bamble Brashers and Ace Runners. And they have offered the top male and top female scores a free entry into the BC Open.
And if you guys can't make it for some reason, get back to us as quick as possible, just so we know who to pass it along to. So.
Okay, I want to take a moment right now. About 3 years ago, Derek, I was a part of a committee with Derek, and he said, wouldn't it be great to have a BC Juniors Championship? And it was his vision from the first minute I sat down on that committee, and I'm off the committee now, but he still carried on this vision, and he brought you the first ever BC Juniors Championship.
Well, I'm not even going to try to thank everybody because there were so many people that were involved in making this happen, and even just you guys all showing up. It just means so much to our club and to me that everybody would just be such a part of making this such a special event for the first year. I encourage all of you guys from wherever you're going back to run juniors tournaments next year. So get a hold of me by email if you need some advice, or even if you just want to link up, and we'll send a couple kids your way in the tournament, and you can send some kids our way in the tournament. But we want this to be an annual thing. So any feedback you have, parents or kids, just email me and I'll read all of them and figure it out. But really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Andrew for stepping up to. He's a high school or a middle school teacher, so it's a busy time of the year for him, and for him to
I'll put it over his neck.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, everybody else. So. Thank you. Thank you.